Hi there, Michael Tasner here, the CEO of Local Childcare Marketing, powered by No Joke Marketing. Wanted to shoot a quick video for you to kind of explain search engine optimization, or SEO. A lot of childcare centers that we work with, they're curious about it because they're often getting pitched by different marketing agencies or marketing people saying, hey, you need to improve your search engine rankings, you're not ranking in Google. And there's a lot of mystery behind, what does it actually mean? What does it entail? How do you actually grow your rankings? So wanted to give you a couple of details there and give you some tips on what we've been deploying for other childcare centers alike to help them grow their rankings and then start to attract those parents, which ultimately ends up in more placements and more students and children in your different centers. So search engine optimization, or SEO for short, is simply working on getting your website ranking in search engines like Google, Yahoo, and Bing as high as you possibly can. Now by high, the top spot is the #1 spot. That's basically as high as you can go. You can get more than one spot in the search engine. So you could be #1 and #2, for example, or #1 and #8, or even have more than two. But if we're looking at it from a simplicity standpoint, let's say that you're a daycare center in Fresno. We want to make sure that if someone's going to Google and typing in daycare Fresno, that you're showing up on page 1 of Google. Now, the reason I say page 1 is that most parents, they're not going to page 2 or, page 3 or beyond. That's just never happening. Less than 5% of people go past page 1 of Google. They're looking at that first page, they're looking at the map listings, or the Google 3-pack as it's called. They're looking at some of the people that are way at the top, and that's Google AdWords or paid traffic. But we've got to make sure that you're ranking on page 1 of Google. And SEO is that tactic or that method of getting you to rank. So a couple of quick tips in terms of how could you grow your rankings if you were a daycare center, for example, in Fresno. So the big one is really making sure that your website is constructed properly. And when I say properly, I mean that it's loading quickly, it looks great on mobile, you've got lots of really good content for parents to look through, it's flawless on mobile and different devices and tablets and things like that. And the content resonates, and the content is talking about you being a daycare center in Fresno, for example. So lots of really good content. And that's all kind of on-site or on-page search type stuff. There's a lot of technical things that I won't get into in this video, but that's kind of the 10,000-foot view. Off-site search engine marketing then is you want to drive some really good quality links about your daycare center in Fresno via press releases, via social media, via blogs, via local citations and things like that. The more links that you have that are pointing to your website, the better. So Google will look at that stuff, they're going to look at how your website's constructed, and they're going to make a determination. How high of an authority do they believe your website is? And that's kind of how you end up falling in the search engines. Any company that can promise you page 1 rankings guaranteed or your money back, or they can do it for $100 a month, for example, they're just not legitimate companies. If you Google, it's kind of a little bit of an oxymoron. If you're going to Google and typing in, can anyone guarantee page 1 rankings in Google, the #1 listing that comes up is a Google listing saying how no reputable company can guarantee top spots. So those are just some of the things to look at. It's constantly changing, so there is a little bit of a mystique behind it, and that's why you need an agency that tackles this stuff and knows the childcare market extensively. If we can be of any assistance, please feel free to reach out, comment on this video, leave a question. Always happy to get back and give you some feedback. And if you want, visit localchildcaremarketing.com/discovery. You can book a no-cost discovery call. Happy to get on, kind of brainstorm with you and take a look at your childcare center. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I look forward to hearing from you very soon.